back to the Dawg House, where we bring you the latest stories from our Bulldog community. Today we're looking at an inside scoop on one of the most dynamic and creative teams at Grant, our speech team. We're sitting down with two state qualifiers to talk about what their season looks like, the different event they compete in, and the hard work it takes to succeed in the competitive world of speech. So plus, we'll hear about their impressive performance at state, what it was like to win regionals, and even the details on their Pie a Teacher fundraiser. Let's dive into it and hear how our Bulldogs are making their voices heard. Thanks. Welcome back to the Dawg House Podcast. I'm your host, Noah Patrick, and here are my two co-hosts,
Izzy Ellington and Kendall Mantu.
Today we are here with speech people. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Diana Granados.
I'm Erin Newame.
Welcome to the Dawg House Podcast. So, let's get a little overview of speech. What is it?
Okay.
What do you guys do? Yeah.
Well, the speech team is all about speech, and it's like this really big program where we have 14 different events. So I kind of like to explain it as if it's like track and field. Like you have all these different events that you do, but instead of it being athletic, it's more like acting. So you have partner events where there's like duos, you have your solo events, book events, it's all really different, and then you have like, they usually fall under sad and funny. Those are like your two major emotions. So basically in the speech team, you just go around, you look at the different events, you choose one that interests you, and you go to the competitions and you compete against different people in your event.
So similar to track and field, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just said that.
I know. I was just like
clarify.
I was just restating
Okay, sorry.
because she said it was similar to track and field, and I'm in track and field, so I would know.
Okay, sorry.
You should be.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, who are your sponsors for speech, and how have they helped you become better speech people?
It's like our coaches?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, our coaches are super supportive. Like, we have like a sign-up sheet to meet with them once a week. And like, you don't have to, but you should, because they're very helpful. And they like watch you perform, give you notes, make you do it again a few times, or like sometimes they'll really pick you apart and like you'll be in the middle of your speech and they'll just like stop you and give you notes and say redo it like one more time. And like it might seem a little harsh, but it's like very helpful, and you'll do a lot better when you get those feedback.
Yeah. And besides that, they're all like really friendly, and like you can go to a competition and tell them that you're feeling really nervous, or just open up to them about different things going on in your life, and they'll like respond to you and be very open and friendly with you. So it's even just nice having that sort of connection. Like it's not as professional, so you don't feel really tense.
And who are your coaches?
So Crambus and Myers.
You guys also have captains. Like, what are their roles? Like, what do they do?
Captains? You want to talk about captains?
Yeah. So the captains are like student-led coaches, kind of like they have like the same like jobs kind of, but like a little bit different because they're not like running the thing, but like they'll help, like you can sign up with the captain, get feedback from them, and the captains also like organize some of the like things we do. Like every now and then we'll have like a group bonding thing, or like in the beginning of a competition we'll do warm-ups and they lead those, so just kind of like a leadership position.
Yeah. What is entailed in a warm-up for speech?
Shouting.
Shouting. Like you go into a competition, you can hear all of the other teams just yelling from the top of their lungs. But we basically just stand in a circle and we do different things to kind of get us like warmed up. So like we'll shout most of the time.
That's a lot of like hype up warm-ups.
Yeah, exactly. Like get you like feeling ready for it. Yeah.
What's the difference in preparation for like group versus individual competitions?
Well, for individual, it's a lot like yourself, and it's just your piece. You kind of walk through it alone because you take a piece and you have to make it your own. So you have to figure out the different like emotions, different facial expressions. But with group events or like the duo events, you're working with someone else. So you both have to work on your acting, and the biggest thing in those events is like your connection, your relationship. Like it has to seem genuine. Because if you're like in a duo and it seems like you hate each other, but you're supposed to like each other, it just puts everyone off. So you work a lot on your connection and just like your acting with each other versus alone.
So, I have a question. What is PIR?
So PIR is like, it stands for performance in the round, and it's like a play, but like shortened to 15 minutes, and like, you know, you can have a cast from like 3 to like 20 or something like that. Like it can be pretty small or pretty big, and yeah, you just kind of like, you're in a circle with like chairs all around you, and then you perform like kind of outward so that everyone can see you.
Yeah. There's usually a lot of strict rules with it too.
Yeah.
Like if a dress or anything like flows out of the circle, like, you can be disqualified.
Oh,
They're
wow.
very-
So it's pretty strict stuff.
Yeah, or if like you talk outside of the circle, you're disqualified.
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
If you talk outside of the circle, so
What
like
does
you have
that
to be
mean?
in the circle acting, but if you're outside the circle, like where the audience is, like you'll get disqualified.
Oh, wow.
Like you can't be like, hey, can you pass me this real quick? Like,
Mhm.
girls, no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When does speech start up in the year?
Usually like end October, something like that.
It's
Maybe
pretty
a
long
little earlier.
season.
Yeah, it is.
And when does it
Third
end?
season. Like, when did we end? Like a couple weeks ago,
Yeah,
actually.
like-
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In February, something
Yeah.
like that.
How many competitions do you guys have in a season?
A lot. I don't think it's a set number. Like every year it varies, but
Mhm.
there's definitely tournaments that we always go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like Turkey Tourney is one that we always go to.
Maybe from like 6 to 10 before regionals.
Yeah,
Wow. When's regionals?
regional season.
That's like the first weekend of February.
And Grant hosts like a speech tournament here. How is that different from like you going to another school than you being here like right at home?
We set up for it. So usually like after school, we have to go around all the classrooms. We have to write things on the board. We have to straight up move tables and chairs. And it's really tiring because not even we set up for it, but we also like de-set it up. Like, I don't know.
Take it down. Yeah.
Like, take it all down. So after tournaments, which end at like what? How long was our tournament last time?
I don't know, like it's usually like 6 to 6. Like it's
Wow.
six to six. Yeah.
Go home. Oh my God.
So like even after that, we were still here making sure everything looked exactly the same.
Wow.
So
I feel like speech is like very successful. Like you guys are always kind of like receiving like awards and like placements for stuff. Like what are some like achievements that you guys have gotten this year?
Well, for like, I think it was the first time ever we won
Regionals.
team sweeps,
yeah.
and like everyone broke to regionals in our team, or like through
Sectionals.
regionals into sectionals. So that was like a first time ever thing, I think. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was nice seeing like everyone in our team do good and advance to sectionals.
Yeah.
That you can like just feel how happy everyone felt. It was
Aw,
really
that's
nice.
cute.
And how did the team do at sectionals?
We
I mean, like, sectionals is tough.
it's
Like,
really
so,
hard. Yeah.
Cause it's like, that's like the best of the best, and like, I'd say like everyone did good,
Mhm.
but like, it's kind of based on what the judges think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
And speech can be very hard because a lot of it's subjective too.
Yeah.
Like if you go in talking about a certain topic that the judge already doesn't align with or doesn't really agree with you on, like it automatically can change their opinion and their rank. But yeah.
Have you had like bad judges?
yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So they're very biased, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That can be upsetting for like, you know, if you feel like you've done really good and then you have like a biased judge, you just get rated horribly. That
Because
sucks.
like there'll be times, so you get your ranks from 1 to 6, 6 being the worst, 1 being the best. And it's really weird because like you'll go in and let's say it's like a final round and you have 3 judges.
Mhm.
2 of those judges will give you like 2s or 1s and then 1 judge will give you the 6.
Ah.
So it like you can just see the difference in the room.
Mm.
But with sectionals, we had PIR advanced to state and then my Prose advanced to state.
Oh, so you went to state.
Yeah, I went to
Ah.
state. Yeah.
What is prose reading?
Prose reading.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of our 2 book events. So I have like a small black binder. And what I do is I take a story and I put it into the book. I cut it, I like change the pages and everything, and I make it my own. So I'll hold it and I'll act as if I'm the person telling my story when really it's not my story. So like this season, my story was like I was a mother who had her child like dying of cancer.
Oh my
So
god.
like I said, it's very one or the other.
Yeah. A lot
That's
of
terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Are like that.
Yeah, that's why it can be very tiring sitting in an event because like someone's talking about cancer, someone's talking about death, and it can be very, I gotta like yeah, it's super draining. But I mean,
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
no, you're good. But that's basically what prose is, and it can be like sort of uplifting, like sort of, you know, happy. But usually the ones that do like really good are the ones that deal with difficult topics like that. Yeah.
So how long is a typical story that you write or have you create?
So they have a time limit of 8 minutes,
Mhm.
and usually during like state season, if you go over 30 seconds, like you can be automatically ranked down. So your goal is to not pass those 8 minutes. So usually being in like 7:55, like getting near 8 minutes is a good range for you to be in.
Okay.
And like that's for like all of the events except for radio, impromptu, and extemp.
Yeah.
Because impromptu and extemp I think are 6-minute speeches.
Yeah.
And then radio is only a 5-minute. The
Yeah.
radio's rules are like you get 5 seconds like time like range, so you can be at like 4:55 or 5:05. But if you're not, like you're disqualified or something like that, and you're ranked down.
It's nice though because they have a timer. Like you can look at the timer, so you just kind of have to time yourself while watching the stopwatch.
Yeah.
So they have an advantage there. But yeah.
Let's talk about the state experience.
Okay.
How was that, and how was it different from your previous competitions?
Okay. Well, I've been to state before for the PIR,
Oh wow.
but I haven't ever been to state for an individual event. So those two already are like two totally different things because with PIR it was like I was sharing the nerves. You know, like I was having the experience with other people.
Mhm.
It wasn't all just me. Like I had a support group versus individual event, it's very on you. And a lot of the pressure was on you, especially being like the only individual event. So a lot of it was very nerve-wracking because not only do you see yourself, but you see all the good people that like you've either lost against in previous tournaments. So you go there and it can be very like jittery, like it just gets you really nervous. But I think it's also very exciting because you get to experience something new and you kind of get to experience like the state experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was really fun, even though like other things happened that kind of did not make the speech experience very fun. Like I woke up sick, so I had to like power through it. But like excluding that, I had a lot of fun because not only do you get to compete, but you get to watch like the best of the best in Illinois. So like you can go to a funny event and you'll be laughing the whole time because you're just enjoying other people's performances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your story different from like sectionals and regionals and state?
No, it has to be the same the whole time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can make changes to it,
Mhm.
so you can, add a page, cut things, but you cannot change your story.
Oh wow.
Besides like the actual speech like aspect of state, how was it for you in general? Like just being around people that were like your friends?
It was really fun. I had a really fun time. The coaches really let us have time to bond. So like we'll go out to eat at different restaurants and stuff, and obviously like the bus rides to, like from
It's like
Grand.
4 hours long.
Yeah, like all the way to Peoria. But it's really fun because like the captains really make a good job of just making sure it's lively. Like they'll play music, they'll get us all like singing and just talking. So it's really fun to just bond with the team because throughout the season you don't get that as much, especially during tournaments because tournaments can be flighted. So sometimes you almost will not see one person in your team the whole day. So you can't really get that connection or you can't make a friendship like that. So it's really nice to have that outside team bonding time.
Can you tell us about your PIR content this year?
So our PIR was about, it's the musical Ride the Cyclone, and so that's like about like these like teenagers who go on a roller coaster and they're on a choir but then they die.
Alright, what's going on? Death.
So, but then like there's like a robot called the Karnak who's like a fortune teller and knew that they were gonna die and then like met them in the afterlife and was like,
Nice.
hey, I can bring you back, but only one though. So like, pick amongst yourselves and like, whoever wants to come back or thinks that they deserve it the most will come back.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
that was our story.
Yeah.
Pretty
It was
cool.
really fun. I love watching PIR. It's like so different from watching a musical or like a play.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was nice.
I kind of want to go to a speech competition. I feel like that'd be fun.
It's so
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
I
And you can
swear.
like we like it's allowed to like spectate, so like you don't have to compete. You can just like pull up and
Yeah.
If you catch me, you can get out and all there, right? Be like, hello.
Yes, it's so fun.
And one more thing, Pi a teacher. Let's hear a little bit about that. And do we plan to do it at the next assembly?
yes, it is planned to do at the next assembly. So how it works, I'm pretty sure how it works is like you, I think at the bookstore, right?
Yeah, you buy tickets. at the
Yeah.
bookstore.
So like it's like $1 per ticket. So like you could put in like $20 and get 20 tickets.
Mm.
And then you could also put money in to nominate a teacher to Pi. So like if you don't see like your teacher that like you want to Pi on the list, then you can nominate them.
Mr. Olsen in there.
Do you know
And I
what
nominate Miss
teachers
Sullivan.
are on the list? Yeah, I'm gonna put this
So,
on.
it's really up to the student to choose.
Ah.
Yeah, as long as like you talk to the teacher and it's like, hey, like, would you be okay with this?
Mm.
Then they can, you know, be nominated to get pied. Because that happened last year, right? I remember that. Do you remember that?
I think.
Yeah, with Miami and.
Oh, Schmaticky.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't stop talking about it for like a month after. He was like, "Miami's gonna come pie me again." And I'll be like, "Stop."
Well, you heard it here, folks.
Put your dollar in.
Put your dollar in. Nominate a teacher. Pi a teacher at the next assembly.
Facts.
I'm gonna nominate Mr. Olsen.
Yeah, that'd be a great one.
He doesn't even listen to this, so he won't know.
He won't
I
know.
don't know.
Can't yell at me about it.
Thank you so much for coming in and being on the Dawg House Podcast today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. You guys have done great things this season, and we just wanted to really hit on our higher achievers in Grant Community High School and in our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap on another episode of the Dawg House. A big thank you to our speech team members for giving us a behind-the-scenes look on their season and sharing their incredible accomplishments. It's clear that speech is more than just about delivering words. It's about creativity, confidence, and connection. If you like this episode, make sure to follow the Dawg House on Spotify and YouTube so you never miss an update. And don't forget to share it with your friends and fellow Bulldogs. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.